Welcome to Millionaire Case Study. This is episode 32. Okay, if you were here last week for episode 31, you knew I was doing a Spartan race, and the Spartan race is now done. The Spartan race is my prep to the 50-mile race that is in 5 days. By the way, today is Monday, September 19th, 2016, and we are pretty late right now. It's after 8 p.m. I normally don't shoot these that late, but I want to talk a little bit about the Spartan race. So I did this Spartan Beast. It was about the distance of a half marathon plus all the obstacles. This is the fourth one I've done. And I did it to kind of prep me for the 50-mile race. That's just in a few days. And this Spartan race kicked my ass. I finished it, so I guess I kicked its ass too, but it was a major challenge. When I was driving from here down to Southern California, I ended up getting sick. So I don't know if I got like the cold or something, but I had like a headache, a stomach ache, and stuff like that Friday night and then into Saturday during the race, and I was sick throughout almost the entire race. I wanted to throw up, and it was tough. I wanted to quit, and I think maybe it was a good thing because now I know I can handle that, and I'm gonna need it for this 50-miler that's coming up. And I think that's the main thing I wanted to talk about in this one, of what's going on with these challenges and this big challenge, the Big 50. The Big 50 is coming up, and I'll be straight up. I've never been more intimidated over a challenge I've put on myself than this 50-miler. The most I've ever run up to this point was the 25 miles, which is half of what I'm going to be running. I've been training in relatively great weather, and I was thinking it was going to be pretty good weather up there, but it looks like it's going to be in the 30s for the low and then up to the 50s, which is cold. I've trained mostly on flatlands. There's going to be a lot of hills. So there's just a ton of uncertainty, and I wonder, like, what happens if I hit my edge? Because I want to push through, and I don't want to stop, but like, what happens if it's similar to like the Spartan race or worse? Like, there was a point in this Spartan race where you have to carry a bucket of gravel up a mountain. It's a strength test to carry this sucker all the way up this mountain and then turn around and come down. And during this race, I mean, just the running, going up the hills and everything, the steep inclines, I was exhausted. I was so tired and done. And then we come to this obstacle, and I'm breathing heavy, and it took all the strength I had just to put the gravel in the bucket, I felt like. And in that space, in feeling dead and down and exhausted, then I still picked up that bucket and took it up the mountain and back. And that depleted any ounce of energy I had left. I was just walking and plopping along after that obstacle. And so what I think about, that's kind of a positive thing, and then at the other side of it, it's a concerning thing. Positive that I pushed through when I was done, but the thing that concerns me is that was with a Spartan race that's way less miles than a 50. So what's going to happen when I get to that edge? I don't know. And I guess that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing this challenge, to challenge myself, to put myself in that situation. Similar to when I did door-to-door, one of the things I loved about doing door-to-door, even though I hated the experience of it a lot of the time, but what I loved about it is knowing that if I could do that, if I could push through and keep banging doors, that it would spill over in other areas of my life in a good way. And I have to believe the same thing is going to happen with this, doing the 50, pushing up against something that I have no idea what I'm going to do when I hit that edge, or what I'm going to do, what willpower I'll have to pull up, or what strength will have to come up to make it possible to push through. And here's I think I just realized that this is Millionaire case study right here. This is the whole essence. This is me going into this in 5 days, not talking about it after. And this is what's really going on in my mind. And I just want to say, I don't want to effing quit. What I've realized is a lot of times when you're going after success and you want to create a bigger, better life for yourself, you're not always going after it with this tenacious desire and this domination attitude. Sometimes, like I've learned with doing this Spartan race and what I expect is going to take place with this 50, is it's when you don't feel like dominating. You feel down, you feel beaten, but you progress and inch forward anyway. I think that's life. I think that is what creates successful people. And so that's why I'm doing this. I want to see what it does and how it changes me. And so that's what episode 32 here is all about, is what Millionaire Case Study is all about, is I wanted to capture this before I do it. Because next Millionaire Case Study is going to be after the 50 miles. Which is crazy because it feels like Saturday could be forever away, and that day is going to feel like forever to get over. But in the next episode, it'll be done. And in that episode, I want to come onto it victorious, push through, and share the insights that came from doing something that I once thought impossible, break through, conquer, and run 50 miles. These are my thoughts right now. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Millionaire Case Study. If this was useful to you, if any of these episodes have been inspiring or insightful in any way, and you know another entrepreneur that could use this, please share this with them. Also, would love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to drop a comment below. Here goes the 50. Thank you for watching, and let's see what happens. We'll see you in the next Millionaire Case Study episode. Peace out.